All right, kindergartners, today we are doing our clay project. We're gonna be making a little owl out of clay. First, you're gonna be receiving a ball of clay that's about the size of a baseball. There's one special rule about my clay. This clay has lots of water in it, so if you play with it too much, it's gonna dry out and then you won't get any more clay. So make sure that you're just making your project today and you don't play with the clay because this is not Play-Doh. Okay, let's talk about making our little owl. You're gonna start with your ball of clay like this, and you're gonna pinch off 2 little pieces for the eyes. So there's 1, and then there's 2. Okay, just set them on your messy mat. Leave them there because we don't wanna dry them out. Now I need to fix this, so I'm gonna roll my clay a little bit more. Okay, it does not have to be perfect, like this is totally fine. Then I'm gonna use my palm to smash my clay a few times so it's like a round pancake. Okay, look at my clay. That is way too thick, so I gotta smash it some more. Keep on smashing like it's a big cookie. Okay, so let me check. It's still a little bit too thick. You want it to be about the size of your pinky. So see, it's a little bit too thick. I gotta squish my pancake a little bit more. Okay, so let's check and see. Looks about like my pinky, so I'm good to go. Okay, now this doesn't really look like an owl right now, so we need to do some folding to give him some wings and a little head. On your table, you have some water. Water is glue for clay, so watch what I'm going to do. I dip my finger in water, and I paint some water on the sides of my circle. Okay, so then I take the side that I painted and I fold it in like this. So this shape right here that we made is gonna be 1 wing. And then I do the other side, about like that. Okay, so there's his 2 wings. And then the top part, we're gonna fold to make his head. So I take my water, paint it on, and then I fold his head down. Okay, take your fingers, give everything a little smush. Smush, smush, smush. Not a smash, just a little smush. All right, next we're gonna make the little owl ears. So take your pinchers and just gently pinch the tops like that. So those are his little like tufts of feathers that make his ears. All right, now we're gonna use our 2 eyes that we put aside last time. I'm gonna take my hands, make a sandwich, and roll around in a circle. Roll, roll, roll. My hands are staying flat, and I'm just going around in a circle like this. Okay, so there's 1. Then I'm gonna take my sandwich, roll in a circle, like this. Until I have 2 little balls, okay? This is gonna be too tall, so you need to take your little balls that you just made and give them a smush. Not a smash, just a smush. So it's like a little cookie. Okay, so that's gonna be 1, and then a little smash. 2 cookies. Okay, every time we put something on the clay, you gotta add some water. Water, water. This is our glue. And smash it, or not smash, sorry, just smush it on. There we go, so there's his eyes. Now is the fun part. We get to use the clay tools and some marker and glue caps that were lost to add our details. So I'm gonna take my marker cap like this, because it's kind of small, and just stamp a little circle for the eyeball. Stamp. Don't press too hard because you don't want to make a hole in your owl, just a little bitty stamp. And then you can use, these are my wire tools. It's just like a piece of wire in some wood. It's not sharp, but you can use it to make some designs like those fancy lines that we've been talking about in art class, or you can use it to make some texture. Texture is how something feels. So if you make lines in your clay, it's gonna feel bumpy. Or, let me finish this little guy. Or you could use a more pointy side like this, and you could kind of stamp it all over his wings to make a wing texture. So it looks like he really has the texture of wings. Okay, something else that you could do is use the corner of my marker stamps. You could do the same thing and kind of stamp some texture to make some feather texture on his body. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I will show you how to add the beak very last. Okay, the very last part is the beak, and the shape of a beak should be a little triangle. So you're gonna get a little tiny piece of clay like this, roll it into a ball just like I showed you. Roll, it's like a sandwich in my hands. I'm rolling in a circle. Okay, and just like the eyes, I'm gonna smush it just a little bit to make a tiny little cookie. Okay, then I'm gonna take my two fingers and I'm gonna be pinching in the shape of a letter V. So kind of like that. So I put it between my fingers and I pinch the bottom so it's starting to make a triangle. Okay, and then on the top, you can take your finger and just tap it so it's flat. So I've got a little baby triangle like this. All right, and then anytime we glue something on, we have to use water because water is our glue in clay. So I add some water and then I put his little beak between his eyes and I give it a little tap to make sure it stays on. Smush it on just a little bit. All right. Okay, to put these away today, you are going to get a little tag with your name on it. You just set the tag on top of your owl like this, and then very carefully with two hands, carry it like it's a precious little baby, carry it over to my tray, okay? Then you gotta put away your tools, put them away in my toolbox, put away your messy mat, and you're good to go.